Hi everybody, this is Lisa and it's time for another Verbling class. It's 2 p.m., 2 in the afternoon where I am, which is in Washington State in the United States. So it's the Pacific time zone. And so I see people are joining in the Google Hangouts. That's great. If you see the green join class button, then go ahead and click on it right now. That way then you will come into the Google Hangouts. If you're in the Google Hangouts, you will be participating in the speaking portion of this class. If you cannot get in because it's full, which it almost is, then you can participate in the class on the Verbling chat. So that's okay. And it looks like we are full, so that was pretty fast, so I'm going to get started here. Today's class is going to be a conversation class, so I want to give everybody as much opportunity as possible to speak. So it's an hour-long class, and we have 9 students, so each of you hopefully will get at least 5-10 minutes something of talking, even though it's only 60 minutes. So if you do the math, it's not a lot for everybody, but we'll do the best we can here. I will try not to do so much talking so that you will have more opportunities. And if you have any questions or want me to repeat something that you don't understand, please ask. I will also use the Verbling chat box to type things like the questions and any words that might be new for people. So I will get started by introducing myself, and then everybody in the Google Hangouts here can introduce themselves. Just let's do your name and what country you're from, and then today's topic we're going to start talking about work, jobs, school, things like that. So just introduce yourself and tell us what country you're from or where you are living, just to get to know you a little bit. I think we have lots of returning students here, so that's always wonderful. But I think we also have some new people. I saw John was in the chat saying that he was going to be new, so I'm not sure if he got in or not. Okay, on my right here is Ziad. Hi Ziad, how are you? Are you there? Be ready to, because this is a conversation class, be ready to have your mic working and everything. Because,
just Lisa, because
yes?
it's muted by default. Just tell the student to turn on the mute.
Okay, so Junaid, I actually didn't know that. Thank you. So when you join in, I guess it might be muted by default. So when you join in, just check your mic and make sure it's on. Usually I thought it was on because sometimes I hear people's noise in the background when they join in. But let's start with you, Ziad. I think it's working now. Why don't you introduce yourself, please?
Can you?
Yes, I
can
can
you
hear
me
you.
now?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. Okay. Hi, my name is Ziad. I'm from Egypt.
Okay. Wonderful. Welcome. And Tan?
Yes, Tan.
Tan. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
I'm Tan. I'm from Vietnam, and I'm 18 years old.
Okay. Wonderful. And Rasal, how are you doing?
Hi Lisa, hi everyone. I am Rasal from New York, Albany.
Okay. And Junaid.
Hi Lisa, hi guys. My name is Junaid. I'm from Iraq, and now I live in the United States.
I think it's funny because since you don't have a camera, we just know you by these little furry blocks here. There's Junaid. Okay. And Hector, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Nice photo.
Yeah, it's the picture that I found on internet.
Yes, I think so. That doesn't look like Hector.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you say you're from?
I am from Monterrey, Mexico.
Okay, yes, that's what I thought. Okay, and Gianni.
All of you.
Hi everybody, I'm Gianni from Italy.
So, how do you say it? Gianni?
Gianni.
Gianni, okay. Gianni.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll try to say it properly. Fabricio, how are you?
Hi, I'm Fabricio from Argentina.
Welcome. And Ahmad?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Ahmad. I'm from Syria.
Okay, and Christian.
Hello everybody, I am Christian from Bogota, Colombia.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, so as I mentioned, we're going to be having conversation today. So I have some questions to ask to get the conversation started, and then we will see where it goes from there. So the first question is going to be about, I titled the class about work, jobs, and school, because it might be that we have some students who have never had jobs yet because they're still young and in school. So depending on the question, it may pertain to you or it might not. So I guess let's just go first of all with let's see who's working and who's in school. So the first question is, do you have a job? Or are you studying? Or if you're not studying and you don't have a job, what do you do? Okay, I'm going to start on my left here with Christian.
Okay, well, my work is as graphic designer. I am graphic designer. I am work in my own business. I have a little business, and we in the business we are focused in the web design.
Okay. So do you work, as you guys answer, I might ask you some more questions to get a little more information. So in your job, you work as a graphic designer. Do you work with other people or by yourself?
Excuse me, I don't understand the last part, please.
Okay. So do you work by yourself or with other people?
I work with a friend, but the business is mine.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
So is your friend your employee?
Yes.
Okay.
He is.
Okay, great. All right, wonderful. Imad.
Yes, I'm here. About me, I used to have two jobs, two part-time. One of them is as employee to the government and responsible for managing the maintenance section in one hospital, the biggest hospital in the city. And the other one is special. It's by special works for myself. I have a special office for I working for a maintenance job, and that's how I was. But you know, in Syria now we have conflict, and we have. So I temporarily left Syria and get out to Egypt. Just I hope for a few months, and maybe I will back and restart again, resume from what I was. I hope it will be very soon.
Yes. Okay, so let me make sure I understood. So you're from Syria, but you had to leave and you went to Egypt, and you were working in a hospital?
Yes, I was working on a hospital because I'm a medical engineer.
I see.
So I have in that place. So I was responsible in the maintenance and kind of repair the devices in that hospital, which was the biggest university hospital, which was the biggest one in the country, in the city. So they usually. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and now are you working in Egypt or not right now?
It's not full job because I have some knowledge on programming and working on you know, Android devices, Android system. So I still have some time to spend some time on programming, but it's not my major job where I get living or get money. So I wait to somehow the situation get better in Syria and get back to resume my work.
Is it true that many people at the hospital had to leave? So are there many people who left the hospital? Okay. Yes.
Yes, many professionals many professional doctors and many people who get kind of threatening left the country, and I think it's lost its ability somehow, but still working.
Okay. All right. So you're waiting to go back to Syria to the hospital,
Yes,
hopefully.
yes, because
Okay, good. Yes, I hope that happens for you. Fabricio, how about you? Do you work? Do you study? What do you do?
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I used to work as a project engineer,
Uh-huh.
as a software developer, but I quit it because I wanted to get my degree. So right now I'm a student and I'm a private teacher here. I teach programming languages.
What type of programming? What languages? Like C plus? I don't know that much.
Visual Basic.
Oh, Visual Basic. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
For students that are in high school.
Uh-huh. So when you are finished with your studies, what type of job would you like to have?
I would like to work in a multinational company as I used to. I would like to travel abroad because of my job, I would like to participate in different projects with a group of professional people, things like that.
Yeah. Like building software programs or just what would you do?
Yes, developing software.
Developing software. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Okay, Johnny.
Yes.
What do you do?
Actually, I'm studying law, so I never worked, but I hope to finish soon my studies to start to work.
Okay. What are you studying? What topics?
Law.
Oh, okay. You're going to become a lawyer?
No, lawyer. No, I don't like lawyers.
Okay. So what will you do with your law degree?
I'd like to work in a Union.
European Union? Uh-huh.
Yes. In a ONG organization.
Uh-huh. Like a non-governmental organization?
Yes, or international organization. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So kind of more, would you be working with the various laws and contracts and things like that? Do you want to work with on the business thing or government side? The government, okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. And are you, what languages are you studying for that?
Actually, I know Spanish because last year I spent 1 year in Spain for an exchange language program with my university, and also I studied for 3 years French, but I have to improve this language. And English. When I was in high school, I studied also, but even though they aren't not so useful, Latin and ancient Greek as a classical formation. Because in Italy we studied Latin and ancient Greek, yes.
And Greek, yeah. Okay, great. Hector.
Hi, Lisa.
How about you? Well, I don't want to have to look at that picture, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather look at Tan's picture of the little kitten.
For sure.
Okay, Hector. What do you do?
Well, I am a manager assistant, and I work at Benavides. It's a pharmacy here in Mexico.
Oh,
A big chain of pharmacies. And that is what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been working there almost 3 years.
And do you like it?
Yeah, well, not so much. For that reason, I'm trying to improve my English. my spoken English, and in order to get another different kind of job.
Yeah. What kind of a job can you get if you speak English?
Well, here you can find work as in a call center. Yeah, answering phone calls from United States, and obviously it's well paid because not so many people can speak fluent English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, great. And Maria Jose, you came in. Nice picture.
Yeah, finally. I'm good.
So,
I'm petroleum. Yeah, I'm petroleum engineer, but for the moment I don't have a job because I'm looking for it. So I hope that the next couple of weeks, maybe I find a good one. In a petroleum service company or in I don't know, national oil company in Colombia called Ecopetrol. So I am waiting for good news, I think.
Did you already apply and did you have an interview or do you have to do that?
No, I have to do that. I don't know. I sent many HBs.
Yeah, we
CVs.
say resumes. We say resumes.
Resumes, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of resumes, but the I don't know, the contract process are very slow.
Okay.
So you have to wait like 2 or 3 weeks for an answer. So I am waiting now.
Have you had that type of job before, or will this be your first type of job in the petroleum industry?
I did my I don't know my enterprise practice 1 year ago, but it's my first official job.
Okay, so would that be like what we call an internship? Did you do an internship? Okay. Where you worked, but maybe they didn't pay you, or maybe they just paid you a little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They paid me a little bit, but was an incredible experience because it was my first job.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Okay, thanks.
Do you think that when you are you going to be willing to move to find a new job, or do you want to stay where you are and find a job?
No, I want to move another city or another country. I don't know, because oil companies maybe need that you move another country for the for the job locations.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, Norway maybe, or
really? Okay.
Ecuador, Argentina, depends of the location.
Okay. Okay, so I'm writing in the chat just so people can know like what it might be new for some people. You are open to relocating, or you can say you are willing to relocate. Yeah, you're willing to relocate. So it doesn't matter. You just want a good job somewhere.
Yeah, because of it, I trying to improve my English. So if I have the chance to move another country, so
yes,
I have to. Okay.
Yeah, good. All right, and Rasal, how about you? What are you doing?
Well, I am still a student and a volunteer, and I worked in a pharmacy as a volunteer. I am actually a pharmacist, but I don't have a license to practice pharmacy here in the US, but I am a foreign graduate. So in order to get the license, I have to pass TOEFL exam, which is very, very tough, a demon of exam for me.
Have you taken
I have
it
given
before?
it for once. Yes, I have given it for once, and I have difficulties in reading and speaking section. And the most difficult of it is speaking part. So I am trying to improve my speaking in order to get my license, and I have to pass as 26 out of 30 in speaking. So I'm trying hard, and I am also working as a volunteer.
When are you working as a volunteer right now? You're working in New York, right? So the people that you work with, are you speaking English every day?
Yes, I'm speaking English. Actually, and the thing is, the problem is that they speak too quickly, and sometimes I don't get the message completely. I can understand in bits and pieces, but not the whole thing.
I see.
So I want to improve my listening as well, just as natives.
Yeah, the listening. And especially, and this is for you and for other people who are doing the TOEFL exam. The TOEFL exam is actually pretty difficult because it is a test of English, not just conversational English, but what we call academic English. So academic English means that just like in your country, when you go to the university, you are reading books in Spanish or Portuguese or Arabic or whatever language you speak that is at a much higher level with a higher level of vocabulary. So people who need to take the TOEFL exam need to be practicing not just simple everyday conversation, but also listening to a higher level of language, listening to books maybe that are more difficult, not just the newspaper, but maybe getting some books. But I'm sure, Rasal, that you're getting some of that also when you're studying for the pharmacological books that you're reading and that type of thing. Do you?
Yes.
That must be very difficult.
Yeah, we read our course in English. I don't have a problem, much of a problem to read, but I have a problem to listen and speak.
Yes.
Because listening is most difficult part. If you master the listening, you can master everything.
Yes. Yeah, I mean that's if we think back to how we learned our first language. For me, that was English. I didn't read. Well, I actually read when I was pretty young, probably about 4. But not most people don't read that young, and so you're really just learning with your ears. So it's very similar to the learning your second or third languages. Listening is really important. So good. Sounds like you have a plan and you're working on that. When do you hope to? Are you going to be staying in the United States then? So you want to work as a pharmacist here?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. So you immigrated here? Did
yes.
You? Okay, I see. All right, great. Tan, how are you doing?
I'm good again.
So you are studying. What level of studies are you at? Are you in high school or in university?
I'm in my first year in college.
In college, okay.
I'm studying accounting.
Accounting, okay.
And I also work a little bit at a supermarket.
Okay. Just to have some spending money?
Yes.
Okay. So you're from Vietnam, right?
Yes.
What are colleges like in Vietnam? Do you go every day, and how many classes do you take at once?
Do
you have two semesters a year?
Yeah, we have 2 semesters.
Okay.
From where I heard, the college in the U.S. is there's 4 semester, right?
Well,
it depends on the season. They say.
Yeah, some colleges have 3 quarters actually, and then 1 quarter might be the summer school if you take that, but you don't have to. But that's when 1 quarter in the United States equals 10 weeks. But then other universities have 2 semesters plus summer school if you want to do that, and a semester equals, I think it's 18 weeks. So it just depends on the school that you go to. Some have a quarter system and some have a semester system. Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 semesters in my college.
I see.
And the classes depend on what you take. So if you left on Friday, then you have a day off.
Right. So when you are a freshman here in the United States, you don't necessarily know what your major is. Your major is the subject that you want to get your degree in. Usually we just have a general education for the first 2 years. So I'm wondering, is it different in Vietnam? Like, you're telling me that you're studying accounting, so do all your classes have to do with accounting, or you have general education like history or science or math or something like that?
No, that was in high school.
I see.
We learned all of the subjects. We have students who study in general education too in college. But for me, I have a major. I decided to take accounting as my major because I like math.
Yeah. Good. Okay, great. Ziad, how about you?
Well, actually, I'm doing both right now. I'm studying, something like postgraduate studies, but not the formal postgraduate studies. I'm trying to get some certifications, some international certifications related to my career. And until I do that, I'm working in a call center as a customer service representative. So that's it.
What company do you work for? Like, is it a U.S.
It's an
company?
Indian company operating here.
Okay.
No, it's an Indian company operating here in Egypt.
I see. What do you have to help people like with technology stuff, or what types of things do you have to help people with?
I'm working in the billing department. So if they have inquiries about the bills, about the services that they have, but not the technical problems. We have another department which is the technical department. It's for the technical issues.
I see. So what is the degree or the certificates that you're trying to get so that you can do something else?
It's international certifications, they are called CCNA. They are in networking in a company called Cisco.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. I used to own stock, but it went down. Cisco,
but Cisco is the number one in networking. It owns like 80% of the networking devices all over the world.
Yes.
So it's really good.
Yes, I just think that the value of their stocks was overvaluated at one point, so then it came down a lot. So, but that was like 10, 15, 15 years ago. I don't know what it is now. Okay, so I didn't ask everybody their ages, but here's the question. This is a general question. At what age do people usually begin to work in your country? So I'll give you an example here. In the United States, oftentimes people who want to make some extra money, maybe their parents tell them they're not going to buy them the pizza they want all the time or their clothes, so they need to go make some money. Most places can hire people who are 16 years old, and sometimes in certain cases you can be hired at 15 years old. But you can also make money doing things like mowing lawns or babysitting or helping people out, something like that. But in general, a lot of Americans, they usually have their first job sometime between the age of maybe 16 and 18, and it's usually just a part-time job. And then some people decide if they want to go to college or not, and then if they don't, then maybe they get a full-time job or they do some type of an internship. And some people, you might know this, is America's kind of well known for this. Some young people start their own businesses and they never go to college and they never work for anybody else. They just want to be their own bosses. So especially with the internet, that's happening a lot more, I think, because young people are so savvy or so good at technology that a lot of young people, they program websites and they start their own businesses at very young ages. I used to work with developers who developed applications for Apple computers, and some of them were very, very young, and they were making a lot of money by the time they were only 18 or something. So my question for everybody now is, what is the typical age in your country that somebody would get their first job, and what type of a job might that be? So I'm going to go back over here to Christian.
Okay. Usually the people in my country begin to work in at 18 years old, I think. But some people studying in the university have a work middle time or the weekends in a restaurant or I don't know. Yes.
Yeah. So what type of a job is common for somebody to get as their first job?
The young people work in little business, I think, but other people when finish the university career
Yes.
work in the practice work in the I don't know how to express it. Practicing the topics
that they studied.
Yes. That is the idea.
Yes. Okay, so they get a job. I would say they get a job in the industry that they got their degree in, or in the area of study. You could say that.
Yes.
Okay, great. And did you study graphic design, or did you just learn that by yourself?
Yes, I study graphic design.
Okay. Do you use the computer for graphic design only, or do you also draw with your hand?
No, I use the computer all the time.
Do you use?
Is the main tool for me.
Okay. Do you use Illustrator or Photoshop?
Yes, Illustrator, Photoshop, Dreamweaver, Fireworks.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All
great.
those programs.
Yeah, I use that a little bit. Imad, how about you? What? I guess you could answer first. What was common in Syria? Like, what ages people get jobs?
I can speak in behind only Aleppo because it will be different between every city and the other. So I think in Aleppo, as an industrial community and this industrial city, they used to push their child in early age to work in the factories and to join the industrial zone. So and that this is how we used to be, and somehow 80% of these people will leave their job in the future, and I expect 40% of these people who leave the factories will start their own job because we have a lot of opportunities in industrial area, and it was working very well till in the last 2 or 3 years. It looks like people start to think about education because it starts to be very important, and the technology is more involved in industrial area, and only high technology is winning the game. So you started to see a lot of students in the university, and there is very huge kind of should I say so people who strike to work to study and to work at the same time, and you will be very surprised that the competition is very strong in the high school, and really it was in the last 2 years you will find very big difference, and university is started to get crowder and crowder. So that they started to put kind of limit on the students in the classes. Yes. So nowadays, before of the situation in our city, we can't speak about any job, but the way we was is industriality transferred from the usual or conventional way of manpower to high technical issues and very specialized people, and it started to be difficult. The competition started to be very difficult, and some of the young people who didn't attend the schools, they were fear about their future.
Yes. Okay. So, is it true now that there's still child labor, or that's not so prevalent or popular?
You mean I don't understand your question, but
okay.
Do you mean that?
Well, you mentioned that that there used to be children working in the factories. Is that still happening, or that was before?
Now it started to be less than what it was before.
I see, less. Okay.
Yes.
And because they aren't working in the factories now, they're going to get an education, and now it's becoming more competitive.
Yes, because those who attended, those who lost this opportunity started to push their children to work more in schools and to be more involved in the technical life, to be able to get in the competition.
I see. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to go to Fabricio. In your country, at what age do people start working usually, and what type of jobs do they have? Like your first job that you have, for example.
Yeah, well, if you are a boy, then you start working as a waiter, or maybe here in my city is a quiet place, and it's a place that is always crowded in summer, you know.
Yeah, tourist
because
place.
People come here to rest. So most of boys work as gardeners or things like that, you know. And women started working as babysitters, or maybe shops assistants.
At what age?
At the age of 18.
18. Okay. Can they get a job if they're younger? Can like a person who is 16 get a job if they want, or do you have to be 18?
Maybe if it's a girl, maybe if she's going to help a mother with their children, you know, taking care of them.
Yeah.
But I think that if it's the boy, he couldn't.
I see. Okay, Gianni. What do you think about that? What age is typical that you know of for people getting their first job, maybe a part-time job?
Yes, in Italy, most people don't used to work when we are young, because every person have to go to school, to high school, is a duty because yes, and then people can choose to work, directive to work, depends of the type in the high school that choose. For example, the high school I've chosen is a high school that provides to generic cultural classic formation, so I have to go necessarily to university.
Okay. So.
But yes.
So basically, it sounds like people in Italy choose to study more and take their time during their teenage years to study a lot. Yeah.
Yes, most people, yes, because often our parents provided for us economic, financially.
Okay.
I don't like this because last year when I traveled for Europe, I discovered that it's a common culture for younger people to work, but in Italy, no, we don't choose to work while we study.
And so, do most people then still live with their parents while they're studying through the university?
Depends. For example, I live in North Italy, even though I'm from Sicily, from south. It's very far. Depends if people choose to study far or if the person that can afford to study far stay with family.
Yeah. Okay. So is it common then in Italy for the universities? Do they have dorm rooms for the students?
Yes, yes. I lived for 3 years in a boarding school, study housing.
I
yes.
see.
Yes,
okay.
But then I choose to go out because in this studying housing there is a lot of party. So for my experience, when I live there, I thought most to party than more to party than I study. So
more partying than studying, huh?
Yes, more party than in it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Hector. How about you?
Hi, teacher. Can you hear me?
Hi, Naya. Yeah. Hi,
excuse me. I'm already late because I have a problem with the connection.
Okay, well, you got in. I think Christian had to leave us, so you got in. We're just in the middle of talking about jobs and what is the typical age in your country when somebody gets their first job, probably a part-time job. And next up was Hector, so you're going to be up in a minute here. So I'll call on you when it's your turn, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hector, how about we go with you? What in your country, Hector, what is typical?
Well, here in Mexico, it depends a lot in what kind of family you were born. Because it was a wealthier family or a rich family, you easily can start to work at 30 or maybe 40. Yeah.
30?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not 13, 30.
30, 30. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but the most common age to start to work here is maybe at 16.
I see.
Yeah, when you are allowed by law to get a job with insurance.
Yes.
Because maybe you can get another kind of different job when you're under that age, maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Working maybe with a family or business or something like that. But usually you start to work when you start to study. For example, I started out at 16
when
I was studying high school.
Yeah.
Because it was necessary here in Mexico. While the situation is really hard, and if you want to advance, you need to work hard. I guess it's the same thing in all in the other country, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, in every country there's different classes, we say. So if you're, depending on how much money your family has, your parents have, and how willing they are to support you, certainly here in the United States, some people who have less money, they need to go to work younger. So especially you know, if you want to buy things. So for example, if your family can't really afford to buy you a computer or an iPod or something that you want, some kids will go and get jobs and make money to be able to buy some stuff like that. But some parents maybe need help, you know, paying the rent and buying food and that kind of thing. So that certainly happens all the way up to, like you were saying, some very, very wealthy people. Maybe you don't have to go to work for a very long time because your family is supporting you for many years so that you can study, and maybe you travel abroad, and maybe you do an internship, and maybe you work for somebody else, but it's not till a lot later. So I think every country is probably has those different levels. So in fact, in the United States, though, a lot of people, even if they have money, they think it's a good idea that young people go to work, so that they can know the different types of jobs that they might want to get later on. And sometimes if you work at a job where you just make minimum wage, which is the, you know, a small amount of money for 1 hour. So for example, in Washington State, where I live, the minimum wage, I think it's $9.14 per hour. So anybody who works, you have to pay them that amount of money per hour. But of course, if you're young, that's a lot of money because you're living with your parents. But if you're older, that's not very much money. So some families think it's good to work at jobs where you only get minimum wage so that you get motivated to go study and learn different skills, maybe technology skills or something where you can make more money in the future when you're older. So.
Yeah. Of course.
Then it depends on the age.
No. The minimum wage is for anybody who works at a certain types of jobs. So lots of jobs like at restaurants, cafes, retail stores.
Okay.
Yeah, they pay just minimum wage or maybe a little bit above that. So in order to make more money, of course, you need to be have more skills and to work at more professional type of jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
so,
principal reason.
yes.
Excuse me. That's the principal reason because the Mexican people go there because, as you said, well, there the minimum is $9.
In Washington, yeah. Every state is a little bit different, but that's what it is where I live, Washington State. Like, I don't know what it is right now in California or other states.
Yeah, and here in Mexico, well, this year the government put a minimum of 8 pesos. That means cents of dollar.
Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, the economies of different countries are very different sometimes. So, $9 might buy you a lot more in Mexico, but like in Europe, it's not so much. So it just kind of depends on the economy.
And for that reason, the people who work there always try to eat just hamburger and Coke, right?
Yeah. Yeah, try to.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Maria Jose, how about in your country? What do people sometimes go and get jobs?
Yep. When you are young boy, you have to you can work at the age of 18.
Okay, 18.
But
yeah.
Sometimes children have to work because their families don't have enough money to support it. to support
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So you can work at the age of begin work at the age of, I don't know, 15, but you have to give a permission of your parents.
Okay.
So, but for the legal way, but for illegal ways, many children have to work, and they don't, and they are treated unfair.
Uh-huh.
Treat, they receive a unfair treatment because their bosses exploit them unfairly.
Exploit.
Exploit, yeah,
Yeah,
exploit.
exploit them. So they take advantage of them and maybe don't
Yeah,
treat them very nicely or don't pay them very
yeah,
much.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But is it common? Is it more common now for people to value studying and going to university and stuff? Or?
Yeah, yeah. The job situation, the work situation are improving a lot because the government laws are
Mm-hmm.
regulating the jobs. So it's better now. But in the past,
Yeah.
were many, I don't know, many illegal gaps, maybe
Yeah.
illegal gaps, because people were, I don't know, ¿cómo se dice? Subutilizados, like they
Underutilized.
yeah,
Or
underutilized.
underemployed maybe also.
Yeah,
Oops.
underutilized. Yeah,
I spelled it wrong. Hold on. Got that there. Or underemployed.
underutilized. Yeah,
Yeah.
underemployed.
Okay.
Maybe there weren't fair contracts.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fair contracts, or maybe they didn't receive the optimal condition for the job.
I see. Mm-hmm. So
But now it's better.
there was more corruption in the
Yeah,
past. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great. All right, so Naya, what
Yes,
country are you from?
I'm from Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Um, I don't know about the salary or the economy, but the salary here are very low.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, uh, I think that the minimum salary is $6, like 6 pesos. Bueno, like 60 pesos.
Uh-huh.
The age that the um, persons begin to work, I think that is you're 16 or 17. Um, yes. Uh-huh.
Mm.
For example, when I was 16, no 17,
Uh-huh.
I began to work. In my case, my family didn't tell me that I should work. It was a decisions myself.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. So do you work now?
Yes, I work at Banamex.
Okay.
But I'm working in a social area.
Okay.
I'm a room of the economics area or like that.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I realized that I didn't interest about the economy, but I will want to do it.
Okay. Good. Okay, Russell, how about you? And so what you're living in New York, but tell us about where you came from and what it was like there.
Well, I am from Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
and It depends upon your background there.
Sure. Okay.
And what kind of family you are from. If you are rich, and then you study a lot, you get your higher education and degree.
Yeah.
Then you can get a good job and post in different fields and organization. But if you are lying in middle class, then it's different. It's different, and but you can still get your job, good job, if you work hard and you earn your degree, and you can get a professional job. But if you are from poor background, then you have to start a job in very early age, because mostly in that part of the world, people are living below the poverty level, and they just barely live hand to mouth. I think their per day salary is $2 or more or less.
Yes.
So really it depends upon your background.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Ziad, how about in Egypt?
Okay. So here in Egypt we have this unemployment problem. So even if you are a college graduate, you still can't find a job in your career. So I can say that if you want the age of working, maybe it's around 18, but it's not gonna be in the field that you received your certificate in. But in order to work in the field that you received your certificate in, maybe the age for that is like 23 or 24.
Okay. Yeah. Is in Egypt, is there a minimum age? Like you can't, like for example in the United States, like I was saying, you have to be usually 16 to start working for somebody else. Is there a law like that in Egypt, or are there younger kids who can also find ways to make money and stuff?
There is a law that says that you can't let children to work, but they don't decide the exact age. But still, you can find children working in lower age, like maybe like 12 or 10.
Okay, I see. Okay, well, we only have a couple more minutes. I wanted to welcome in Emre. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi there. I know you were in the chat. Do you want to tell us a little bit about, we were talking about what kinds of jobs and stuff. Do you work or do you study?
I'm working now. It's different. I'm gonna start a new company.
Okay.
I finished a university. My subject is export import. In my country, people is starting job 18, 16.
Okay.
And sometimes changing because they are going to a school when they are finish a school and then start work.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. And Mehdi, are you there? You just joined us. Yeah, we didn't get to it in this class too much, but I'm also wondering, I know that in some countries, the men in particular have to go and serve some time in the military. So I'm wondering if that's true for you. Like, in some countries, it's mandatory to go into the military for maybe a year or 2 years or something. It's not like that in the United States right now. When a boy or a man turns 18 years old, he has to sign up for the military, but he doesn't have to go. He just has to register his name, but he doesn't have to go. So I'm wondering, is for the men who are here in the class, is that true in any of your countries? Do men have to go into the military or not? Maud?
Yes, for sure. It's mandatory and it's 2 years. 2 years and a half. It used to be like that.
At what age?
It's an 18 or 19. It depends if you are make a postpone or not.
I see.
But if you are studying, they will make a delay for the military service.
Okay. Right. So, okay, anybody else have any other thing they want to say before I have to end this class? Because I have the next class, which is happening at right now. I have to start it, and it will be a writing class. So, does anybody have any more questions or things they wanted to tell everybody? Nope. Okay.
No, just thank you for the class.
Okay, thank you for coming and for participating. It's really fun to hear about you guys, and you guys all did a really good job explaining about your jobs and things that happen in your country. So I'm going to end this class now so I can go start the other class. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.